Good afternoon YouTube, this is Zubair Ahmed Sharif with another video log, and this video log is entirely or exclusively been made with regards to the accessories what I have fitted on this Z900 of mine. So this is my fully loaded Z900, and these accessories are not just for aesthetics. It has a proper use when you ride the bike. So now let's start with the accessories here without wasting much of the time here. So to start from the front here, now basically the number plate, let's start from the number plate. So this is a number plate which the company provides. This is the the high HSRP, high security number plate. And normally what happens, they try and mount this number plate here, and it was looking awkward for me, and of course I understand that most of the Z owners will understand what I'm trying to say. Now actually I fixed it here with the the zip tag, which is actually from inside, and it looks pretty decent in my opinion. So that is where, and moreover you might have a doubt that what if it touches here when it goes into the potholes or something. I've taken the measurement here because it won't go beyond this. Even on a stoppie it leaves around 2 inches here, so on those lines it will not touch. We have already done the the checking on those things. Now next thing here is I have actually got the these are actually what do you call that, fork sleeves. These are very important. Not many of the riders know about it. The main problem with these here is, like, when you don't use this, the tiny sand particles get accumulated here, and when the suspension compresses and expands, then those tiny sand particles are the one which actually breaks the seal. And believe me guys, to get this seal replacement is a huge headache. You have to go to the service center, and they cost a bomb for these kind of bikes. Okay, so that is hardly like 700 rupees or something like that, and that's really protects the bike. And next thing here is, coming down, you have the Evotech, the frame sliders. God forbid in the event of crash, if these get damaged, the forks get damaged, you have to change the entire set, and it can go in easily around 40 to 50,000 rupees or more, even more. So whatever happens will happen on this, and that's how this is very important. So when you get the bike, get this, very important. So that's one. And then and this is the next one here. This I took time to decide on which visor I have to go in for. It's not just for aesthetics. Of course, in my opinion, it looks brilliant, but actually this is a very powerful machine, and the wind blast is insanely high on these machines. And the the stock visor what they give is just a meter protector. You don't even have to call it as a visor. Now this is the MRA visor, made in Germany, tested on Autobahn. You know what's Autobahn is? Bahn or whatever it is. How do you pronounce? You can pronounce the way you like. So here they tested it, and the quality of German quality and engineering, and they make these visors for most of the super bikes. So brilliant. And if you tuck in properly, the turbulence, everything is taken care pretty decently here. And so basically I covered the fork protectors. These are the fork sleeves, and the positioning of the number plate, and then the visor. And then there's one more unique thing. Okay, so this is something like this. You get it in Decathlon. These are cycle lights, guys. Okay, now these are battery operated and very decent and waterproof. And when you park the bike, and if you want to keep the hazard on like this, something like that, you don't have to keep your keys on in the bike to switch on the hazard light what the company provides. These do a brilliant job, because it indicates people that your bike is parked when you're having a cup of tea in the highway. So I found it very good, aesthetics and little bit of operational value as well. So those are the things. And next thing I have gone here is, and this is basically for the comfort when you're not wearing the gloves, which I don't recommend if you're going for small errands here and there. These are the cushion for the liver, and also these are the cushions, and well, it gives a contrasting effect from the chrome and the black one. And these, and then next I have actually I'm not a great fan of the large mirrors, which looks like like a cockroach tentacles or whatever it coming out. It's just huge. And I got this. These are actually from Delhi, from a shop called Sky Boy shop or something. Even though the mirrors are very small, I know the visibility is not as great as the stock ones, but it is manageable, because these are convex ones and it can accommodate a lot of rear traffic in that small thing, but it gives a brilliant look for the bike. And the next one here is the mobile holder, and on this bike I've seen a lot of sorry for the noise. Okay, so I've seen a lot of people actually mounting the mobile holder here, and that actually projects still here, so maybe they like it for convenience point of view, but I never found any good place on Z because it's a very compact machine. So what I've done here is I've actually installed this Bobo or Bebo, whatever it is, mobile mount here on the handlebar itself, and I can easily hold it, and also you can turn this in this way, so you get a complete leverage here. And also when using this, I personally suggest you to use these kind of tags. I mean, they are provided with that, and this will add additional security to your mobile phone, because these are fast machines, right? You'll be hitting more than 200 as well, so the mobile might fly off. And I had a bad experience on S7 Edge, and then I got the Note Ultra. I don't want to take chances on that, so that is what. So this actually holds a mobile, and then you can loosen it and tighten it, so it's doubly secure. So next thing is, these are the front thing which I've covered here. And next, coming to this one, this is actually the frame sliders. Earlier I had a Puke frame slider, which is pretty expensive. Okay, and the only drawback with that here is the end thing has rubber mount or something like that, and somebody has actually flecked it and it looks very ugly. Then I went with this another one which is much more sleeker, and then it's covered properly like this, so it looks decent enough for me. So I'm trying to get the Puke the rubber mount from Spain, and those guys are not even responding, so I'm just kept quiet. So this is doing the job brilliantly well, so I'm happy with this thing. What I have here is the radiator grill, which is also very important, guys. This is from Evotech, imported from the UK, and normally the radiator grills actually end here, but this one extends a little bit down, so giving further protection. Okay, so normally the mudguard of this bike is actually short, so a lot of debris is thrown on the radiator, so this is also a must add on for the bike. And then we have this one. This is the engine casing. This is from RNG, but I took off the RNG sticker and custom made the Z900 gel sticker. This RNG, these are a pack of 3, this side, and then you have the other side as well, and then this is also a cover here. So these are actually very important, because it's a fairly large engine, 948cc, and if you look at it, it actually projects outside. And God forbid if there's a tip over, the first thing to touch, if you don't have this, is this, and that is expensive stuff. So this will really protect your bike from scratches, and at the same time, if there's any slide, God forbid, the engine oil will be on the road, and that can cause problem to other motorists as well, and that will prevent that. So that's very good add-on to the bike. Okay, and next thing here is the traction pads. Okay, these are also very important. When you're actually going full blast, or when you're applying hard braking or something like that, you need the grip, and this provides excellent grip. So this is actually pack of 5, 1, 2, 3, and the other side. Yeah, so this actually provides a proper the traction when you're actually applying strong brakes on the bike. So this actually holds you properly. So really great actually. If you look at the price point of view, if you go for one design, it's easier than 4.5 to 5,000 rupees for these things, but this is pretty decent enough. It's just 1,500 rupees, an Indian manufacturer, so it's really great. So probably I'll be leaving the buying links on the description, so please do check it out. And then I've made some custom designed stickers. These are gel stickers, and this was looking fairly blank for me, so I just put Kawasaki. And why shouldn't I put the Kawasaki? It's a great brand, man. End of the day, one of the big fours. Okay, so the big four: Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and Honda. These are the big fours of Japanese from decades, centuries, I would say. So I've covered all these things, and then next thing comes here is this one. This is actually exhaust protector. I doubt it will protect in the event of slides, but for tip over, it may provide some it don't allow your exhaust to touch the ground or the road. So that's one thing. And next thing, if I go back here, and the cowl, right? This is the cowl. So you know that the seat what Z900 has is as good as not providing a seat. Okay, so this bike is completely against pillion. This bike and even ZX10R, all these sports bikes are completely against pillion, because the amount of torque what these bikes produce, so you should not be having a pillion rider with you on the safety point of view. But if in case you really need something, they have provided a seat which is more of a rock. So instead of having that, you know, I took it off and I put this cowl here. And this cowl comes in actually in a very glossy finish and fingerprints and all this. So what I did was I actually asked when I put the, you know, carbon fiber vinyl wrap, which is a matte one, so no fingerprints, nothing, so it gives a good look. Okay, so this is the cowl, and then we have the rear lights just like we have the front light, but these are red. Okay, so these are red, gives a beautiful look from the rear, and also you have the, you know, the strobe effect as well. So strobe effect, if you're parking the bike, you have the good strobe effect. Believe me guys, in actually night it's pretty powerful. So you know that decathlon stuff is pretty good, and continuous usage is around 45 hours. That's what they claim. Even if it's coming for 10 hours also, I mean, it's perfectly fine for me, because pack of 4 is 100 rupees on Amazon. Okay, so that's about it. And then we have the number plate cover. If you just put the normal number plate, it looks not complete. So these are the covers which I got it from the Kawasaki showroom itself. And then coming back here, now we have the Paddock spools. These are the Paddock spools here. One more thing guys, normally the Paddock spool should have this distance actually, and if you are keeping a very small spool, okay, and when you put a paddock, if the paddock, you know, the latch, whatever they have, it's a little bit thicker, it will touch the swing arm and it will take off the paint here. So I calculated all those stuff, because I normally, whenever I select any aftermarket accessories, I do all the checks before I do that. So it has to have space, so it properly has room to get fixed here when you put out the paddock. So this is one. And next thing, if you come close, we have one more thing here. This is common, you would have seen, shoe protector rather than anything to do with the bike. And then you have the, the side stand extender or shoe. That's also very important. Normally in a slushy environment, or the road, this land is, the soil is not hard enough. Because of the weight of the bike may dig down and then it'll tip over. So please do get it if you have these kind of bikes. So these are the things guys, and I hope I have covered most of the thing. And then we have one more thing here. So there is this meter guard as well. This is actually pre-cut. There's a pre-cut meter guard. You can see that pre-cut meter guard. So this is also really good. So clear. So you can see that, it's very clear. And then what else I have? I have a little bit of stickering here. This one. And that's about it guys. So this is my Kawasaki fully loaded, and 1 year and 2 months of ownership. I've done a good miles on it. I've done 12,000 kilometers of beautiful machine. I've done a top speed of 216 kilometers, because that's when I got the inner voice to say that stop is enough. But my friends have done more than that, around 245 or 250. So but that was my my comfort spot. So that's about it guys, and if you like my video, please do hit the like button, share and subscribe. Okay, Zubi the Rider signing off. Take care. Bye bye.
Oh, these brothers my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. Why they wanna move like that?